that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team count, that's a big number.
Hey, how fit to be the boss? Let me.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Houston Texans and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end. Zone for a touchback.
Set, ready, gone, 10-2 stop, 6-6, pull it high.
Let's go, let's bring it. Tighten up.
5.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Bravo.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, he'll rifle this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Evans, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. A shotgun snap for Watson, and a catch made by Johnson. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A big play there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
At their own 25-yard line.
Down.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
15 line.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Check. Fresno.
Check 50, check 50.
But I...
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Back to throw. Herbert airing this one out for Evans. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Here's Tyler Newsome now. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, and their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Swift. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
first and 10. Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Y'all play. Hey, echo.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. You know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
He gets it to Cooks. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the gun, here's Watson. Looking long for his tight end read. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Derwin James on the cover.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 49 the mic, Mark 49. There's a part of that. What? 49. 49 the mic. 44. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Here we go. 49. 49. Got it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score. think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the Texans' 46-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Come. Hey, deep grip.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Slam.
Running on first down, Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And opening there on that first down run as he gets us forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a give, right side. Swift. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
What's that? 19. Don't get nervous.
Hey, alert 3.
Hey, 31.
I'm 24. I'm here all day.
It's complete. Stills. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
52 is the man.
From the 36, Watson. He finds his man Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Kill, kill, kill. Hey, 59! 22, jet, vamos. 22, jet, vamos. Hey, 54! 52's the mark, boys, 52.
Quarterback, don't get nervous.
On 2nd and 1, Watson eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
3rd and 2, Watson. And incomplete, almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set, ready? Hey, lock it. 90 Wolf.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here is Eckler. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Go. 10 over.
On the draw, it's Jackson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Single.
2nd and 11. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it and give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. Badgley's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Hey, box drop, box drop. Deep river, deep river.
On 1st down, Herbert airing this one out for Evans. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. They're running it. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the run, watch the run. Right there.
Hey, exit.
Right there, 54, Mike.
5.
Throwing again. Herbert steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this 1st half. So a very tight 1st half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
No.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's caught out wide by Stills. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
No game on this defense, no game.
58 for Mike, 58.
Watson now operating from the gun. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like when we talk about the defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to work. Up incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Joe, man, I'm playing this scumbag right now. Like, come on.
Stop, George. What are you talking about?
He's got his cornerback at sub-linebacker every possession.
Can't have a corner at linebacker.
Isn't Eric Murray? Eric Murray is not a linebacker.
Just safety.
It's every fucking play, man. Jamal Adams lines up as a linebacker.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I can't. It's way too late at night, man.
To throw again. Herbert.
Yeah, this is a fucking joke. The guy didn't
16 yards is the pickup there at a first down.
And
for
yeah,
LA.
I'm sure it's a little frustration, but like, come on.
In breaking route, drove it with excellent pace.
It's alright, George. It's just a fucking Madden game, man. There's a lot of worse shit going on.
First and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46.
A lot of fucking
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler.
We'll try about it.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
Yeah, I know. I heard Mr.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
No, it's got, you know.
No, because I fucking Mason of all people was gonna call me out.
The ball downfield, success on first
Calm down.
Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's fair. That's fair.
Doesn't matter where it's coming from. Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game.
No, man, this guy forces me to play late at night, and then he doesn't even
trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run
safety
here.
linebacker.
Doesn't
He'll
call.
get it down inside the 30 to the
coverage.
29-yard line.
3-snap moves.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not too many
Okay,
offenses want to
how
turn
long have
down
you guys been
long
watching this
drives,
game?
But when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it
And
off
you
with some
one-man
points.
blitz? Fair enough. Fair enough, one-man blitz.
Check.
I don't have
On
time.
2nd down. It's
You gotta find
Jackson.
this DC live stream. They can't really watch the fucking live this one.
For a Charger
Watts has 5
touchdown.
sacks.
Justin Jackson,
Double
his
team.
first touchdown
I did,
on the
and
year.
I got
As his
safety.
guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level
not-
of the
I already
guys
said
up
I'm not
front
losing this
blocking,
game.
the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Added in a little bit of athleticism.
I don't care if I
and a
like.
whole lot
I
of
do
toughness.
not give a
You
fuck
got a
if
lot
I
to deal
lose,
with, don't
man.
you?
Just
That's
play
why the
ball.
guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken
Bro,
in.
I have to
at the
play
1.
by the rules. Everyone should. Yes.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Did I not just say pre-snap movement? I don't need you to talk to him about anything. It's just
The
frustrating.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their
I did,
efforts in the
I
last
did, I
drive when they
did.
got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a
look at
touchdown, you
this.
have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
And I don't
it's
get
all
my
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I never said once that he cheesed me, did I? I've literally said like 10 times, and I have not said he's broken the rules since I told you what rule he broke. Just in your head.
Got it.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now Eckler. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Coronavirus thing of the past.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But these guys are going to chop into that
That's
deficit.
the thing of the
They got to
past,
do a much
Joe.
better
This
job
is
in the run
wild.
game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
No, it's not, man.
I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him not to play
Some American shit, man.
Alpha.
Nobody else cares.
Like right now, like, I just,
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and
What is
Conley.
going on? What is going on?
And he returns
Holy
it
shit,
into
this
enemy
tackling.
territory down to the 45-yard line.
That's a
So now
touchdown.
he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down now, Swift. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Oh, my God. That was a tackle.
He is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, here's Eckler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Did he send a blitz?
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down.
This game sucks, man.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Just give me a fair chance, man. Not on aggressive, so it shouldn't fucking matter.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Currently in Indianapolis,
the last run got 6.
There's multiple shootings downtown, non-officer-involved incidents. Indianapolis Police Department.
Here's Watson.
Officers haven't fired any shots.
Cooks. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Watson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Why? Like, I hate people that play like this. What's the flag?
The penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Watson, and Thomas has it. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
I'm here all day. Check 37. Check 37.
Oh my God, you have to audible again. Oh.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah.
I know I'm stuck. I don't know how to get rid of this. Can't see my play.
On 2nd down, Swift, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Got audible again, right? Ugh.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st.
How do people have
good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Chalk play. It's too late. It's too late at night for me to focus. No, I just told you it's way too late at night.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15.
It's way too late at night.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Need a quick touchdown, man. That pick hurt a lot, man. That was an easy touchdown.
The Charger drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here.
Look at that throw. Look at that throw. You're so... That's 94 throw power. This can't be real life.
As he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
2 picks from linebacker.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
No, and they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now,
I don't have to deal with a fucking
whoever his
retard.
trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback.
I told him to move him back.
That's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
I didn't tell him to move him back to safety. I just said he shouldn't be playing linebacker every play, and he moved him to safety.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
But yes, this guy
They'll
is
try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Isn't that 19? 58 right there. Come on, dude.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal.
Oh, why did I play
on
this
4th
game?
down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the left.
It's caught inside the 25. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Ready?
Draw play. It's Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Looking to throw. Herbert buying time to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like
So
he's
Chicago
right there.
usually has shootings, but really under certain low-income neighborhoods with game problems,
No quit in him.
like back of the yards, Inglewood, Austin, Humboldt Park. You never see shootings in North or in River North or the Loop, and they're fucking happening.
Shark, you've been tracking how many
But it'll
times
be
he's called
second
man
and
coverage,
goal.
right? What are you at now?
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
What is going on?
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41.
I could listen to the CPD scanner for a year. Tonight would fill my quota for shootings in River North and the Loop.
Second down. Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, but now it's third and goal. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down.
Should be a nano
On fourth down, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. D.D. Westbrook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Fourth and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3,
he was
at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for
he was
it,
an onside kick formation.
Because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that fourth down.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground.
Like, look at this. How? I
able to get this one across the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go.
What do I have to do
in this
to get
football
pressure?
game? So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
I can't press his
and
receivers.
you have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
The dude has every fucking option player.
It's just me and you. It's just 54. Check three.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
I mean, yeah, this guy was clearly the cheesiest dude I played. Shar said he's going to count how many times he calls man. Yeah, this guy fucking sucks.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Shakes off the sack. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
He fucking
and a little
sucks,
bit of good fortune
man.
there.
Who are these guys that are getting pressure?
He did have a teammate on the
I
spot,
couldn't throw
able
the
to
ball.
retain possession for them.
Hey, Orbit, hurry, Herb, get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. The 20, 10. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick.
Embarrassing.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Shar, are you here?